Well, knee howdy and welcome back, Crab Rangooners. We are returning after a brief break. We are returning back to our Final Fantasy XIV All Yellow Side Quest challenge. While I shit on my large ass and eat chips. Hello, hello. I forgot to, I forgot to, what was it? Not forgot to, but I was going to, the plan was, I just didn't have time after work to, one moment. Yeah, so my plan was, I was like, okay, after I get off work, because I worked on a fucking 10-hour shift, 10.5-hour shift. I didn't have time to do Maymay's daily shit, like Grand Company turn-ins. Okay. Yeah. I mean, I, unlocking all the Grand Company stuff is not high on my list of priorities for Maymay. I'll probably not do it at all. I don't recall there being any. I don't recall there being any Yellow Quest locked behind certain Grand Company ranks, so I don't think I need to do that. You only get, like, housing and shit. And what do I need housing on Maymay for? Oh, I was talking about Resident Evil in chat. Apparently, Leon from Resident Evil has a wedding ring on his finger, and people are already getting into insane shipping wars. Today we're doing Oz's Law because I think I have no basis really for that. I suspect that it's going to be a bit shorter than the other zones. Maybe. Hopefully. To be honest, I don't have a lot of opinion on either girl because I've never played Resident Evil. I don't really know what it's about. Other than that, Leon has big tits and people like when he moans. Yeah. Bro. I've had to come to the realization and acknowledgement that I have a food addiction. Like, I know I inherited my mother's addictive personality. That's why I never fuck with alcohol, never fuck with weed. I never did any of that shit because oh, fuck. Not what I meant to do. Because, you know, I saw what it did to my bio relatives. But I've realized that I do unfortunately have a food addiction. Like, bro, if I didn't have as good of a metabolism as I do, I would be obese by now. Like, let me get my chocobo out. Let me get my cock out. Like just last night, I was getting off of work, and I was like, God, I really want a sweet treat. And I was thinking to myself, I'm like, I don't need a sweet treat. In fact, I gave myself 100 different reasons why I don't need the sweet treat and why I can't afford it. And yet, I was gonna do it anyway. I can logic and reason myself out of it all I want, but in the end, like, I'm just gonna do it because I literally cannot resist the temptation. I got $25 in my bank account. You know where it all went? Food! Fuck my Chungus life, bro. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Right. It's just too easy. Exactly, like, I've tried eating healthy, and holy fuck, I just get so loud as a huge ass chip. I'm gonna avoid that. That thing is fucking huge. That thing's as big as my hand. I get so miserable when I have to eat healthy. Then again, I think my part of it is also like I'm at work and goddamn do I need some dopamine. When I'm at work like 10 fucking hours a day. I need a dopamine hit. Or I'm gonna go crazy. Yeah, but I do have to. First of all, problem is, I'm broke again because I've spent $500 or $600 fucking dollars on food in the past month. I have it's a problem. And also, like, my metabolism is not going to hold out forever. I need to set up healthier habits so that way when I'm older and can't get away with it, I won't be as fucked. You know what I mean? But yeah, I now have $25 in my bank account. Well, that was easy. But yeah, it doesn't help that there's a fucking milkshake factory right next to my job. Every night when I get off work, it's one of the few places that's still open. Oh my god, there's always such a massive fucking line, too. I'm talking like 12 to 15 people in front of me in line. I'm also probably thinking way, way, way ahead, but I am terrified of getting a kidney stone. Thankfully, I don't like soda. Thankfully, I'm not a big soda fan. I don't like the fizzy. Sorry, I need to be doing more, but pardon me while I do some big back shit. Okay. Let's put the chips down. I also need to be careful because I don't have a dentist anymore. They kicked me out of dental school. And I don't have insurance, so I can't afford to go to a dentist. So I also need to be careful about my teeth, too. Someone please remind me at the end of stream to go brush my teeth. Excuse me. Now people are talking about Monster Hunter. I played a little bit of it on a friend's console. Honestly, like, I expected to like it more. I expected to like Monster Hunter more, considering that my favorite part of The Witcher 3 was actually just tracking the monsters and like the enemies and like prepping a counter solution to them. You know what I mean? I mean, like, obviously in Witcher 3, you got two ways of going about it. You can either fuck it, we ball, and just head straight to the big bad, or you can track it and do a little bit of Scooby-Doo investigation work. And then check your little Pokedex and be like, oh, okay, we're against a ghost or something. I'm weak to this, so I will craft some oil. Lilac purple. I love lilac purple. But yeah, I love that part of Witcher 3 way more than the actual fights. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's not me saying, oh, the combat was boring or it was bad or something. I think the combat was fine. I thought it was great. I liked it. I just found so much more fun in prepping. I found so much more. I had to link that in chat for anyone who wants it. Okay. I'm a sucker for lightweight, fast weapons. Like, in my God Eater 3 streams, which are always scuffed as hell because God Eater 3 really doesn't like OBS. In that stream I used the heavy moon or whatever, but in God Eater I am a dual blades main. Why am I doing that? Never played Monster Hunter. Well, okay, no, when I did play it on my friend's console, I picked up the glaive, I think. And I didn't like it. I should try Monster Hunter again. I don't know about the newest one, though. It looks like it'll take up a lot of storage, and it'll be, looks like it'll take up a lot of storage, and it's very fancy and whatever, and yeah. I don't know. Maybe, like, everything I know in theory is telling me I should like Monster Hunter. I love God Eater. Although, to be fair, I love God Eater more for the plot and characters and story than I actually do the gameplay. God Eater gameplay is alright. I like it. But I also love the whole, when it comes to, like, games like Witcher 3, I love the whole, like, tracking your prey and, like, setting up a build to best deal with it, all that stuff. I love that. I love that shit. God, I want to replay Witcher 3 again. That shit was so poggers. We got some over here, we got some over here. Yeah. I'm expecting quite a few quests here, but I don't think there are going to be too many quest lines like in the other zones, because, spoiler alert, every single NPC here is just a robot. So, to be fair, none of these quests really have any lore to them either. No interesting lore, they're just like, go here, hit the thing. Ooh, glamour cruise. Escape by subjects. Accelerated Chimera breeding program. I want to be put in the breeding program. I mean, what? My biggest problem with this fucking island is all these stupid caves. It makes it so hard to get anywhere. Just by looking at the map. The past 2 days, I've been farming the new variant dungeon non-stop. Like, it's been crazy. Been farming the new variant dungeon, and then I want to do the higher difficulty. I want to do the higher difficulty. For the accessories, because those accessories look so cute. Does anyone know if those accessories are, I don't think they're tradable, because aren't they blue? I think blue items can't be traded. I hope they are. I really hope they're tradable, because if that's the case, I'll just buy them instead of actually doing the content, because I don't want to do the content. Really don't feel like doing the content. I don't like doing hard content. But I suspect that they are not tradable, and I'm gonna have to do it. I'm gonna have to bite the bullet and do it. Like, finally, we have a cute bracelet in this game. There are literally almost no cute bracelets in this game. And the cute bracelets that do exist are actually hand gear, not bracelets. So now you can wear like sleeves, kind of like some sleeves with the bracelet on it and some other stuff. Oh my god, like I will literally be at work. I will literally be at work and I will get some like glam idea, some glamour combination in my head, and I will like write that shit down on my phone. I'll be like, write that down, Patrick, write that down. And the moment I get home, I make a beeline to my PS5 to go log in and try this. I think I did a pretty decent glam. I think I did a pretty decent glam. Today, but not on Mei. Ooh. I love all these glamour prisms. Why don't later... I'm about to be poor. Yep, I am about to be poor. Fuck, they all are tradable. Oh, they're all tradable. I'm about to be so broke, man. No regrets. No regrets, though. Yeah, nothing really interesting happened at work today. Oh, but last night when I was walking home from work, I had to stop by the library to return a library book. It was 9:30 p.m., so the library was hella closed. It'd been closed for hours, but, you know, they have that outside, like, book drop-off thing that you can do when the library's not open. So, as I was walking to the library, I hear this horn sounding, this really loud horn, and it just keeps going. It goes on for like 2 or 3 minutes until I finally look around and I'm like, I know the horn sound. It's the sound that the buses make. Cool. I'm sure the facility will do something about that information you just transferred. And so I look over. This dumbass guy is driving in the bus lane. His car is in the bus lane. And there is a bus on his ass. Like, and the bus driver's just laying on the horn. Oh my god. And this literally went on for like 5 whole minutes. I'm like, How do you not realize that you're in the bus lane when the bus is literally on your ass holding the horn down? Oh god, and then I have to go deep into the caves for this shit. See what I mean? This is like my least favorite island on the whole map, because you gotta do all this bullshit cave stuff. You can't just fly directly to wherever you want to go. You have to actually, like... That one wasn't too bad, but there was a time when I was trying to find my way somewhere here when I was doing this for MSQ, and I got super lost. What kind of music y'all been listening to lately, chat? I want to hear what kind of music y'all been listening to lately. I just found this old song by Charlie XCX called "Party for You," and I've been listening to that shit all fucking day. I wonder if there's like a correlation between having an addictive personality, and listening to the same music, on repeat for literally hours at a time. I wonder if there is a correlation there with that. I love Baby No Money and Joji. People love to hate on Baby No Money, bro. People fucking love to hate on Baby No Money. And I'm like, what did he even do? I guess because he's a quote-unquote, like, performative male or whatever, people really be hating on him. I never got the vibe that he was very performative. It always seemed to me like he genuinely believes and agrees with the things he says, which I think is very based. Next week's target, and 3 Lalafells is the next target. I have to slay my people. Okay. Yeah, I think Oz's Law is going to be the shortest zone in terms of side quests. I'm like halfway done or some shit. It's only been it hasn't even been 30 minutes. Wait, did Charlie XCX make a song for the Wuthering Heights movie? Interesting. Yeah, like literally, I was never a big Charlie XCX listener. But for some reason, oh, now I remember. I got sushi for lunch, even though I couldn't afford it. And while I was in the sushi place, they were playing "Party for You" by Charlie XCX on the thing. And I was like, yo, what is this banger? Defeat at least 7.999 intruders to ensure victory. Our beloved Allegan Empire. Okay. Okay. Huh, interesting. Yeah, it's I like I said, I'm not like particularly a Charlie XCX like fan or anything. I don't dislike her. I don't dislike her or anything. I'm just saying like I've never been a dedicated fan, I guess you could say. But that song was a banger. I especially love the, like, auto-tune part where she just says "party on you" again and again and again and again. I'm a simple woman. You know, I love my auto-tune to hell and back repetition. I love my mindless music slop that I consume. Hell yeah! I love slop music! Whee! Yeah, I'd be giving music snob bros a heart attack. Yeah, so I was playing the sushi place, and I proceeded to listen to that shit all day and be making it clap at work to that song. Literally, when I say that I can listen to the same song on repeat, I mean, like, I have done entire 10.5-hour shifts while only listening to the same 1 or 2 songs. I'm not even capping. I can literally listen to that shit for hours. Bro, when Athena the Tireless One came out, we were on like a God. 12-hour drive or something? To Texas. If not longer. Maybe 15-hour. You're like a 15-hour drive to Texas. I listened to that song for like a good 6 hours on the car ride there. Like, holy shit. The Arcadian music is really good, and I think it is, like, probably objectively better. Why does this logistics node sound like a human? Why is this the only one of the logistics nodes that actually... Ooh, wrong way. Also, I love... Again, I'm about to drop big spoilers. I love how the devs made Elpis a callback to Oz's Law and, like, made them connected. Because, like, you can really see the shadows of Elpis in Oz's Law. And how Amon / Hermes, like, twisted and perverted it. Yeah, I think, yeah, because it's like, I got some people that are like, how can you love Hermes but not like Amon? And I'm like, are you gonna be, like, why aren't you? I'm like, first of all, yes, I'm a Hermes apologist. I'm not an Amon apologist, though. Because they're like, aren't they the same guy? And I'm like, literally, I think a big message that Endwalker has is how reincarnations of the same soul are not the same person. You are not Azem. That is what Hades sees in the end. He's like, you are not her. Well, them. You're not that guy, pal. Trust me. You're not that guy, he says, as he then fades into oblivion with his boyfriend, Hythlodaeus. You are not authorized to destroy them. Your authorization has been revoked, and your crimes have been registered with the Central Justice Authority. Okay, buddy. Why did he suddenly... Wait, why is it that after I do the quest and I talk to him, it immediately goes back to sounding like a lobotomized... Like, it just... I guess it was so angry at me that it just lobotomized itself. But yeah, like, a big theme about Endwalker is how, different reincarnations of the same soul are not the same. I think that Hermes himself was overall a good man who did bad things. Who did, well, one bad thing, but really bad thing. I feel like Amon was... I mean, like, okay, it also is implied that the same soul has a proclivity towards certain things, certain certain personality aspects. Like, Azem's is likely a sense of adventure. This is like, for all of our known reflections, they all tend to have that in common, including our own original self, Azem. We were that guy. But just because there are some things that seem to remain, usually like one or two key core personality aspects that remain, doesn't mean that everything else is the same. I believe that what remained the same at the very core of his being was this sense of searching for meaning. Searching for the bigger picture. And ultimately the sense of, in Hermes' case, it led him to despair. In Amon's case, it led him to nihilism. Because both times, their hearts couldn't take the truth of what they were seeing. So, they eventually just... I mean, I guess Hermes also kind of turned to nihilism as well, in a way. That's why I do feel bad for Hermes. I know, you know, people either really like him or don't like him at all. That's fine. I love him because I feel that, you know. Okay, that wasn't too bad. But yeah, that's why I like him so much as a character. And also, while, okay, it's not that I dislike Amon as a character. I think Amon is a good character, especially with how they showed him in Endwalker. Previously, it's like, who gives a fuck about Amon? He's like such a minor 2-bit character, it doesn't really matter. But then, of course, in Endwalker, they made him an actual character. But, I also, okay, on a complete aside note, I love how, like, this is the only normal-looking building in all of Oz's Law. Like, look at the other structures. Look at that shit. And then, this is the only, like, old-looking building, like, traditional, traditional architecture. And I wonder why. Was it not Allegan made? Like, please give us the lore on this place. We're not gonna get any. We're not gonna get any, but it would be nice. Ow. I do wonder why there's just this random traditional architecture building in the middle of Oz's Law. This is not Allegan architecture. Okay. Maybe the assembly node will tell us something, although I doubt it. I doubt the assembly node will tell us anything. But a girl can dream. So let's go see if... let's go see if the recycling node has anything to say about this. Well, first, the assembly node, that's what I meant. Confirming, confirmed, unable to confirm. Great. The Allegan assembly node, raw materials. Okay, great. So literally, yeah, no lore, no nothing. Shark fin soup. Oh, yeah, I want shark fin soup. This is just a more dog shit version of shark fin soup. Why would you offer me that? Actually, I think shark fin soup is, like, one of the top crafting foods in A Realm Reborn. Oh, forgot. That's lower. I just... Speaking of architecture... I'm gonna be honest, I would suggest staying at the job, TBH. But, I mean... I'm young, so... I'm pretty young. I don't have a lot of that life experience, so... That's just my opinion, and I might very well be wrong. Blood sword. Oh. Is there random building Yeah, there's just a random ass building here that looks like a normal building. I love how there's no... Yeah, there's literally like no... Okay. Receiving emergency request. Multiple mare dragons. Mandate. Yeah, there's like no... They're like... We could elaborate on that, but we won't. Because if I... Like... Don't quote me on this. I think there was nothing here before Oz's Law. Like... Well, actually, no. I don't think the... I can't remember. I can't remember if there were already islands here. Like this was a part of the Sea of Clouds. And I'm on... Designing. Oh, it's one of your dreams? Oh, are you like an architect or something? I don't know. I think... if it's one of your dreams, that's one thing. I don't know. I think it depends on, like... Maybe you should look into backup plans in case if you can't keep your job, like what you could do instead. You know what I mean? Like, maybe see if you can get something you could fall back on if they decide to not keep your job. I think you should try to go for it if you can, but like, make sure you got a backup plan in case. Testing protocol. Okay. And then we have 2 more left. I think Oz's Law is going to be the shortest zone in all of, in so far. If not the whole game. Yeah, there's also some traditional architecture here, too. So I'm guessing maybe this is a part of the Sea of Clouds, and then Amon just built on top of it, or he also created the islands themselves. I don't remember. Okay, cool. And then we got one last quest over here. Okay. Great. So basically, just kill a ton of dragons. Okay, there's one. Oh, come on! Stupid rock. There we go. Oh, Blue, I don't know. Oh, I don't know if I talked about that. I think I did mention this last stream. I don't know if you were there. I mentioned that I submitted some poetry to the New Yorker. And I'm really hoping it gets accepted. Really hoping. Because that shit is like one of my dreams. We're talking about dreams. That's been one of my dreams since high school, was to get published in the New Yorker. Oh my god. I told my dad, I was like, oh, I really hope I get published in the New Yorker. And he's like, I think you're more likely to win the lottery. And I'm like, wow, I feel so supported right now. And he's like, well, don't get me wrong. I hope you get in. I'm rooting for you, but also, like, your odds are really slim. And I'm like, yeah, no shit. A simple, I'm rooting for you, baby, or whatever, would have sufficed. I got really annoyed at my dad. Why do I have to go all over the goddamn island, though, for this shit? Okay, if we factor in the time it took me where I was just sitting on my ass eating chips for the first, like, 5 minutes, it actually is only going to take us 45 minutes to do all of Oz's Law side quests. And then one more. Okay, there we go. So unless if any of these turn into side quest chains, I think this is going to make this. Yeah, if I do get published in the New Yorker, though, I can't say to you guys, because that shit would have my full legal name on it, so I would be doxing myself. Because I do have a very unique last name that would definitely get me exposed. Empire thanks you, soldier. Tests indicate the restraint screw weakened only after only 5,000 years of use. Durable equipment. Yeah, only 5,000 years, guys. They need to up their game. They need to up their game. What is this? Timu quality? Allegan restraints? Verifying population. Robiniac reproduction rate significantly higher. I mean, dragons, they reproduce asexually. Pepper's quiche, haddock dip. Well, yeah, I'm gonna go for the highest rated stuff. Okay. Wow. Yeah, Oz's Law. Holy shit. Well, yeah, but I want my real name on there. I want my real name on there so I can flex to my family. You know what I mean? I cannot believe that this whole zone is only 45 minutes. Well, yeah, but how am I gonna flex to people that I just met? Yeah. No. I'm that bitch. Been that bitch. Still that bitch. Will forever be that bitch. Yeah, I wish we got a little bit more explanation of what the hell. Hey, Kilala. Sorry, give me a second. We just wrapped up all of Oz's Law, which is crazy. It only took 45 minutes. I think the shortest one before this was... I think before this, the shortest one was the Sea of Clouds, and that was at 1.5 hours. Oh yes, the sightseeing log. Okay. But yeah. Yeah. Holy shit. Oz's Law takes the fucking crown for the quickest zone. Oh my god. I wonder if it might be the fastest zone in the whole game. It might just be. Give me a minute. Let me put this dip back in the fridge and these chips in the kitchen before I get myself sick. Bro, I felt so bad for my coworker today. She was throwing up in the bathroom. I don't know what was up with her. Since we have so much more time than I expected... Hello! Good evening. Since we have so much more time than I expected... Let's... do... Fuck it. I've been putting it off. I've been putting off the churning mists, but... I'm putting off the churning mists, but let's do it. I'm not gonna do all of it tonight because holy shit, the churning mists is like, I think by far the longest. No. Her youngest kid is like 12 now. I don't think she's very... Bro, she works like 10.5 hours every day. I don't think she's doing anything with her husband when she gets home. I'm pretty sure she just goes straight to bed. But yeah, I'm not gonna do all of the Turning Mist quests tonight because, holy fuck, I'm sure that this is... Shiny sundries, a landlord's work metal. He works with her all day too, 10 hours a day, every day. So honestly, I think both of them are asleep. Bro, I've already done the Moogles unlock like 4 times now. Oh, Moglio. You have to do Moglio's side quest line to unlock Moogles. Oh, we have to watch the cutscenes. To be honest, I wish the devs would retroactively change it so that Moglio and the other quest lines that are needed to unlock Moogles were blue quests. Not only for my own benefit, because then I wouldn't have to do them, but also because, but also because I feel like it'd be a lot less confusing to newer players. Because, like, even now, even when it's like my 4th time unlocking Moogles, I still have to look up a fucking guide online because it's so complicated how many different quest lines you need. Yeah, yeet! Wee! Wee! Ow. I got salt from the chips on my knuckles and it fucking hurts because I rubbed the skin off from washing so many fucking dishes. Acquire 4 vines. Oh boy. Okay. But yeah, this is gonna take so long. I am definitely not going to do all of this in a day. I should have kept track. I mean, I guess, if I ever have an editor look through... they could tell me which zone took the most amount of time. Oz's Law is usually the least amount of time, but I don't know what zone is the most. Excuse me. Left with dried husks. Yeah, I have all the VODs saved to a flash drive because I plan on turning this into a YouTube video. You know, some type shit like, I did all 1,000 plus yellow side quests in Final Fantasy XIV with, like, my character fucking soy facing in the thumbnail. And, like, in parentheses, not clickbait in all caps or some shit like that. So yeah, I have them all saved to this flash drive plugged into my computer. I am running out of space, though. I am running out of space on the flash drive. I'm at like 40 gigabytes or something. Has been a good friend. What branches? Oh. I wonder what a Kupo nut tastes like. I think, if I recall correctly, I think the game does actually tell you what they taste like, but I don't remember. Anyone remember, the fucking ads for that cereal where it'd be like, cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs? Every time I read Kupo Nuts, I think cuckoo for Kupo Nuts. In, like, the exact voice of that stupid bird from the cereal commercials. I need to get these nuts in my mouth. Whee! Ah, yes, Moglio. How can you tell by his pom-pom? Maybe because it's, like, wilting or something? I don't know. I'm not an expert in... Maybe actually. Let's look. Okay. Admittedly, I am kind of skipping. Admittedly, I am kind of the flavorful seed of a Kupo tree. It says it's flavorful. It says it's flavorful. Didn't say anything else besides that. Oh, we're 3 for 3. Okay. Boom. Done. Oh wait, I need one more. Fuck. Alright, get over here. Ah, fuck. Okay, there's the Sanguchini vines. Oh, I need to clear out the Propkins. Yeah, I'll probably do this for like another like hour, maybe hour and a half, and then I'll call it. I do wish I had more DPS though. Scholar DPS is dog water, bro. But I want to play more Scholar, so I'm like, okay, I'll make myself. Also, canonically, Scholar was invented by Plainsfolk Lalafell, which Mei is one, so. Lore-wise, it is like their canon job. Moglio. Moglio is getting mogged, so I have to come to his rescue. Bro, when I first heard about mogging, like when that started becoming in the vocabulary, I would just think of Moogles all the time. I would be like, oh, is Final Fantasy XIV catching on even more? No. Unfortunately. Oh, there's a quest here too. What do you need, buddy? I just lost something. Oh, fuck, I remember this. Alrighty. I'm so nice. I'm gonna go look for your ring. Okay. Spillikin. What's a spillikin? Okay. Okay. Bro, how many of these do I have to kill? It's like random, apparently. Oh, there we go. Neat. Okay. Yeah, this is why I got the Chocobo. I unlocked the Chocobo immediately. Because I was like, yeah, this Scholar DPS is not doing it for me. And I know it's not going to, so I'm gonna get that Chocobo as soon as possible. Bro, why is the search area so fucking big? I hate this shit. Whee! I have no idea where I'm going. I'm just having fun. Yo, it's all the way up here? I was just fucking around. I didn't think I was actually gonna find it. See, I hate this quest. I hate this quest because it's actually like the area you have to look is huge. And some of them are like tucked away. Bro, how many quests have I picked up so far? I forgot. I tried to keep them at one at a time. Mewing Moogle. Metallic ring. Of 42 Kupo nuts. Wow. Okay. Okay. Where the hell is the last one? Oh. No, wait, that's a lightning sprite. Fuck. I hate... Ah, fuck. I hate this, like... Yeah, we're Mog maxing. We're mogging these bitches. Okay. Okay. And then I have to do whatever the hell is over here. Is this where I pick horn balloons? I will never get tired of the night sky in this game. For a second, I thought that statue of Shiva looked like a dick. Is that blasphemous of me to say? Probably. Probably. No! I got stuck behind the wall! No! Move those little legs! Move those legs! We're mogging. I was like listening to a YouTuber I watched talk about Lucari, like the whole thing that happened. Bro. Don't get me wrong, I'm not trying to excuse what Lucari did because that Lucari did because that shit is not okay. But how is it that I keep saying Lucari, like fucking, like the Pokemon Lucario or some shit. No, Lucari. Like, how the hell does Lucari get canceled for apparently looking at CP? I keep hearing conflicting reports on if they actually did find CP in this, like, CSAM in the file, or if it just was like lolicon shit with some girls who look questionably young but weren't necessarily children. I don't remember. But how is it the hell that, like, and this isn't me saying, oh, we need to uncancel Lucari. No, I'm saying, like, how the hell does Dr. Disrespect admit to talking up a minor that he knew was a minor? Talk of Mogholm. The Moogles kind of remind me of Pixies. Don't they kind of remind you of the Pixies from Shadowbringers? Similar, always mischievous, playing pranks, preoccupied with shiny things. I don't know, they seem, the rest of the year the planet is considered one of the ugliest in all the land. Interesting. But yeah, like, how the hell does Dr. Disrespect admit to explicitly talking to a minor, knowing they're a minor? How does Kodiko commit statutory? Kodiko, like, fucking committed statutory, bro. I know that they're like, oh, he wasn't proven in the court of law. Bro, I'm not, like, one of those people that immediately jumps onto, like, the moment allegations are gone, I'm like, oh, we need to cancel this person, or whatever. I try to wait for the evidence, and honestly, the evidence against Kodiko is pretty damning. It's pretty, yeah, it's circumstantial, but there's quite a bit of circumstantial evidence. Like, it's aligning pretty closely to the point where I personally believe that Kodiko committed statutory. How the hell does Kodiko actually commit a fucking crime? And Dr. Disrespect, they both, Dr. Disrespect fucking admitted to it. How the hell did Dr. Disrespect come back? And Kodiko come back? I don't know, I feel like Lucari is gonna be able to make a comeback in a few months too. Like the YouTuber I was watching who's like, Lucari will never be able to come back without, you know, this haunting, and he's basically ruined his life. And I'm like, I don't think so. I don't think so. Because look at these people. Dr. Disrespect, Kodiko, fucking James Charles, even. To a lesser extent, James Charles, because he still has a bit of an audience. All three of them are sexual predators. And yet they all have a following. Meanwhile, Lucari didn't even do that. I'm not saying, again, this is not me saying in any way, shape, or form that Lucari shouldn't be punished. And shouldn't face repercussions for what he did, because that shit is not okay. I'm saying that he didn't even do anything as bad as all three of the aforementioned men there, and they're talking about Lakari like he's gonna be, like he's not gonna be able to come back from this. I don't think. I think he's gonna be able to come back from it because people just don't care. Yes. Yes. Our president is literally named hundreds, if not thousands of times in what is the biggest, like, child sex trafficking conspiracy thing in history, probably. Yeah, it's fucking crazy, dude. I try not to think about Cody Ko, because thinking about the fact that Cody Ko basically got away with it, and still has all these people who enjoy, like, the people don't care as long as they can just continue to consume their slop. As long as they can continue to consume their slop with no thought given to the person who is providing it to them or anything like that, they don't care. I don't know, man. It's fucking crazy. I can at least confidently, like, it really shocks me the sheer amount of people who like get busted for being interested in kids. I'm like, is it really that common? Why does this keep happening? Why is this so apparently common? Hello? Like, you're almost gaslighting me into thinking that this is, like, normal or something at this point. Like, why are there so many fucking people that are doing this? It feels like everyone. Like, me personally, I have no skeletons of that sort in my closet at all. I don't understand at all why so many people are like, hello? I'm like, what the fuck, man? That shit is whack. Ah. Ah. I want to jump off. Whee! No, it won't let me jump off. Damn it. But I want to, I want to jump off. Mama. Yep. Yep. Thank God I'm too old to get drafted, bro. Bro, even now I got that fucking Charlie XCX Party For You song stuck in my head. I actually get the worst case of, like I said, I know for sure that I got my mom's addictive personality because it shows in the little things. It shows I notice these patterns. Okay, wait a minute. I got that shit on, bro. I got that shit on. What are these? Okay. We have 4? Okay, fine. I'll do the 4 now. I prefer to only accept 5 at a time because then it just... Like, for example, I have to do the Ixal quests every day, and there's like 12 of them, and I know! I know, bro! I don't like that. I don't like that. They do have the full diaper walk, which, yeah, that's sucks, TBH. Because it really doesn't help the whole, like, Lalafels are children discourse. Which, like, holy shit, it's not... I really... Not to sound like a fucking weeb who glazes Japan and, like, thinks that everything is better in Japan, but there is one thing that I will say is better about Japan is that a lot of this online discourse is either non-existent or not nearly as prevalent. Because, like, holy shit, I'm tired of seeing people fucking, like, go at each other's throats over fictional characters and shit. I'm like, dude, it's not that serious. Oh shit, no timed nodes. I forgot there are no timed nodes for, characters in other worlds. That means that, yeah. I don't think they do anymore. I think those vending machines were discontinued. I'm pretty sure those vending machines were discontinued and are not done anymore, but there are definitely still problems in Japan. Oh my god, just today I saw from the BBC, I saw a BBC article that reports that something like, 80% of these, they, like, surveyed thousands of people from, like, 24 different countries. Both men and women, about their perception of things, like, and apparently, like, 80% of respondents thought that women's rights were going so far that they were now oppressing men. Or, like, maybe not oppressing, that's kind of a strong word, but, like, that it was now feeling like it was hostile towards men. And it's like, based on a global average, like, women globally only have about 64% of the rights that men do. I assume that a lot of the big contributors are, I'm assuming, are Middle Eastern countries and some other countries and other places where, you know, women's rights are extremely reduced. But that's not to say that that's non-existent even in Western countries. There's this common misconception that, like, oh, we have completely equal rights in the West, and, like, women are completely equal to men, and, you know, these triggered feminists are just, they want to be treated better than men, not just the same. Like, whatever, dude. Yeah. I don't know, you know what they say, when all you know is privilege, equality looks like oppression. Also, did you know that, percentage-wise, more Gen Zs believe that women should be subservient to their husbands than boomers? I'm not even kidding. Statistically, a higher percentage of Gen Z respondents agreed with the statement that women needed to obey their husbands. Stop giving me food, bitch! Oh god, this shit is taking out my inventory! Oh, and of course we get quest lines. Quest chains. Seedlings, the poor little things. Okay. 5 of the seedlings. Mogzia. Means I have to go all the way to Mob Home, don't I? Actually, it's not that far. It's closer than I thought. Mogzia. Mugwig. Woven basket. You have to make woven baskets for the Moogle quests. I'll just get the silver pieces. See, this is what I mean. Like, oh my god, this is why the Turning Mist takes so fucking long. It's because not only are there a billion side quests, but a lot of them are side quest chains too. Obsession, it's easy to see why. Okay. Find my baskets. Okay. Okay. Whee! Yeah. Fury, they really need your respect. Okay, I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. Moglio. God, I'm tired. Oh my god, has anyone who's done the Moogle quests, it's like, how can she slap? Do you remember that? How can she slap? Did y'all ever see the original clip that spawned the meme? I actually had to ask in Novice Network about what it was referencing. I was like, what the fuck is that reference? And so someone had to explain it to me, and they had to show me the clip, and I was like, bro. Oh my god. Replacements. Oh god. Yeah, I figured honestly it'll be easier to tackle if I just split this one up into 2 streams. If you just look up how can she slap on YouTube, it'll show you. It was like from like an Indian reality TV show. And basically, I forgot exactly what happened. Like I forgot what the premise of the show was about. But the female host on the show was notorious for being like really mean to the men on it. Like she was like a drill sergeant-y kind of type, I think, maybe. And during one episode, and I think this was live television or something, like I don't know, if it wasn't live, I don't remember exactly how the footage got out, but she was like one of the guys like one of the contestants guys like mouthed off to her, and she slapped him, like full on bitch slapped him. And then he like gets red in the face and yells really loudly. He's like, how could she slap? How can she slap? And then he like actually like lunges at her, and they get into like a physical fight, and everyone has to go break them up. It was car. Huh? No. I don't think that's what was happening. I don't think that's what was happening in the original clip. No, like it was like from that Indian TV, that reality TV show, that Indian reality show. And she like her whole shtick was that she was supposed to, in fact, I think she was found guilty in the court of law and had to pay him because like it was beyond the scope of her job to physically assault him by slapping him. She was just supposed to like verbally give him a hard time as a part of the script. So I think we're talking about 2 different things, but he did get jumped by the other dudes on the stage for them to break up the fight. I do remember they did do that. But yeah, like I kind of agree. She went way too far with slapping him. It's like, you're taking a little far. That wasn't exactly written in the script. I'm sure Buddy would have had second thoughts about signing up for this if he had been told from the offset that he was going to get bitch slapped on live television. By an admittedly very beautiful woman, but still. Yeah. I don't know, that was crazy though. Oh, fuck. And of course the last one's here on top of this stupid tower thingy, because it always has to be like this. Anyway, tomorrow we'll be driving 8 hours to see my grandma. The past 2 days at work I've been wearing masks to make sure that I don't get sick, because I don't want to give anything to my grandma. She's like 93? She's like 93 now, I think. And I just don't want to risk it, you know? I mean, to be fair, no, no, he didn't slap her. She slapped him, like, full across the face. She slapped him full across the face. And then that's when he started yelling, how can she slap? And then he, like, lunged at her. He, like, lunged at her, like, to get into, like, a fist fight or something. So he didn't actually slap her. I don't think... I'm gonna have to Fuck it. 1 second, y'all. Give me a second. Okay. Never mind. 1 second. Okay. Here it is. Oh my god, it's in all of its 2000s 480p glory. Oh god, it looks so bad. 1 second. Let's see if I can get this set up. It's my first time doing this. Wait. Huh? Is it showing the audio? Is it showing the audio? Did it show the audio? I don't fucking know. Let me, fuck. I quit. 1 second, let me do that again. This is my first time doing this on OBS, so excuse me if it's a little, janky. Let's try window capture. Okay. Capture audio. Okay. Okay.
We don't want to talk with you, actually.
Why don't you go and off then?
You go.
Yeah, he like mouths off to her, and then she. Yeah, I forgot. And then he's. Oh yeah, and then he hits her back, and he's like.
How can
she slap?
How can she slap?
How can you slap?
How did you enter?
How did you enter?
Yeah. Yeah. Low key, I think bro had every right to hit her back. I'm not gonna lie. Not gonna lie, I think bro had every right. Yeah, I think, yeah, I figured you were talking about a different clip. I was like, that does not sound familiar. But yeah, if you saw that shit had like 1 million views, that it's a very famous clip. And you can tell it's very old. By the visual quality, it's very old. Yeah, she was found guilty, I think, in like civil court and had to pay him some money. Cause yeah, he was ruled as being in the right and justified. Though to be fair, the Indian court system is notoriously corrupt. Okay, saved a Moogle. 1 Moogle. Oh god, I remember this quest. I remember it took me a while to find all 3. Okay. I think if I ever made an MMO, I would add a quality of life setting that you could toggle on and off. That would ask for that would have like a little pop-up window asking to confirm if you wanted an item in your inventory. Like if you kill mobs in the overworld and they drop a certain item, instead of it automatically going into your inventory, there would be a pop-up like, oh, you just obtained blank item. Do you want it in your inventory? And you can say yes, add to inventory, or no, discard. And you can toggle this on and off in case if you don't want to see the pop-up. And it'll just automatically add to your inventory. Anyone think I'm cooking with this? Does anybody think I'm cooking? I think I'm cooking with that idea. Okay, there's another basket. Yeah, I know it is a bad moniker. My most recent ex-boyfriend, he's from India, and he was telling me about, some of the shit. And how it frustrates him. I think India is a very beautiful place with a very rich history. However, it has its own whole list of societal problems, just like any other country. I think you can acknowledge a country being a beautiful place and having a rich history while also acknowledging that it has a lot of socio-political issues. Ugh. Have y'all seen the like TikTok videos of the self-obsessed like the self-obsessed Dubai influencers who are like, oh my god guys, this is so inconvenient that they're dropping bombs on Iran? Like, hello? This is so inconvenient for me. I'm trying to enjoy Dubai, and now they're like, yeah, I don't know. I don't know anything about the surrounding countries. I really don't. So, I don't really talk too much about it because I'm like, hey, if I don't know a lot about something, I'm not gonna run my mouth about it personally. So that's why. You know, I think if more streamers followed that that rule of thumb, I think that there would be a lot less streaming drama. Like, admit it, how many of the clips on live stream fails do you think are just monocle? I'm good. I'm good. That drip is ugly. That shit made me look chopped. Like how many clips from live stream fails do you think are from a streamer running their mouth about something that they honestly that they're very ignorant about, and then they just run their mouth anyway? That's why if I'm not particularly well versed on a topic, I either don't talk about it, or I will preface it and make clear throughout, like, hey, this is just what my opinion is based on the very limited knowledge I have of this topic. I could very much be wrong, and I'm very open to having my mind be changed if there is more information that I'm missing. So, that's how I tend to approach it. I think more streamers should probably do that. Cool. And then the two other... Actually, while I'm here, I'll pick up the other two quests from Mogmont. I have heard things about women's rights in the Middle East and in a lot of Southeast Asia. Although, I'm sure that all these countries have wonderful things about them. And just because these countries have their own problems doesn't mean that anyone should ever feel, like, ashamed of being from these countries. Besides, right now in the USA, it feels kind of... Oh my god, why is my inventory so full? Fuck. It's because they kept giving me all this damn food! Look at this shit. Okay. Trash. Trash. I kind of want this baguette. Low-key, I want this baguette. Trash, 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 trash. There's so much trash, bro. They gave me so much food. I don't want this shit. I wish I could, like, mass throw away shit in my inventory. Trash, trash. For some reason, they thought it was a brilliant idea in Stormblood MSQ to give you materia after every fucking quest, which was really annoying. Also, I have a lot of food. Sure, I'll eat it. I don't know. And so because of that, my inventory is filled with trash. Trash materia that is very useless. Yeah, because you don't really start using materia melding until you're at endgame. So, the only materia that's ever useful is whatever the most recent kind of materia is for whatever expansion is endgame when you join the game. So, I'm sure that this materia was useful when, you know, Stormblood was current, which was, God, how many years ago was that? Many years ago. Tainted Dragon. Oh, it was over there. Okay. What are we seeing? Oh yeah, we got some shit here. Thoughtless Dragon. Yeah, you show him. Pick it up. Pick it up. Yo, this egg is bigger than I am. Yo, wait for the corpse to move. Can this stupid corpse move? Look at this! Look at this! This egg is bigger than I am! Hey! How am I supposed to carry it? Maybe I can hatch it and get my own pet dragon. While I'm here, I'll pick up this quest because it's right here. Log home for me. Black home. I mean, shit. It's manure, it's fertilizer. Okay. We're gonna go fly back to Asa. Asa dead. 9 years ago, bro. Yeah, so that materia has not been relevant for almost a decade now. So it's pretty trash, and it was filling up my inventory, so I had to throw it all out. Alright, alright, alright. Alright, alright, alright. Okay, here you go, Mogmont. Take your shit. An egg of one. It is still slightly warm to the touch. Damn, did it just come, like, fresh out the booty hole or something? Egg is larger than I imagined. Yeah, I know it's larger than you imagined. It's bigger than me! Yeah, Stormblood? Yeah, that shit came out almost a decade ago. I was in, like, high school when Stormblood came out. Maybe even middle school. I was either my last year of middle school or my first year of high school when Stormblood came out. Domain. Okay, so basically, you had me beat the fuck out of that dragon and take its egg only to give it back and be like, now you learned your lesson? I don't know, that feels kind of extreme. That feels kind of extreme, bro. Asa is the domain of Hraesvelgr. Okay. Honestly, like, people complain about that. Honestly, I could never really relate to the rush to get to endgame, to be honest. When I was a sprout, then again, I've always been very independent when it comes to that stuff. I've always been pretty immune to peer pressure. Compared to the average person. So when everyone was like, oh, I felt like I needed to get to endgame right away, I'm like, I did not feel that at all. I was goofing off, doing my own thing, taking my time. I was having a grand old ball exploring all the side content. Yeah, exactly. I was doing all that shit. I was like, I'm having fun. I don't need to. So lovely. Okay. Rolex is so shiny. Okay. Actually, I don't mind getting one of these ribbons, because this would be cute glam. This is cute glam, actually. Oh, look at my little ribbon! Look at my little ribbon! Oh my god! That's so cute. My face a 10, my body T. Okay, drop down. Magomo. With a high concentration of beast condition. Okay. Reek. Apparently it smells really bad. Okay. He advises you? I don't know, I feel like the only advice would be, run away and don't get eaten. Oh, because of the weather, there are little particles in the air. I love the special weather effects in these really high up cloud maps. There's a lot of like special effects weathers that are very beautiful. Like umbral wind and Sea of Clouds. Cruise east, crackle, okay. Flowers will always find a friend in us. Okay, then we gotta get all these. Oh god. Okay. Actually, fuck it. I'm gonna be lazy and just teleport to Zenith. Anyway. So tomorrow I got the 8-hour drive. I gotta make sure my 3DS is charged and my Switch. So I'll be playing Legend ZA in the car. And I literally only have $25 in my bank account right now. So, dragons are stalking the road home. Yep, Moglio. Ugh, my neck. My neck. My back. For some reason, like, the floor was really slippery today. I don't know why. We were, like, cleaning everything, but... Tachya, by my permission. Okay. Okay, buddy. Okay, I'm kind of mashing through the dialogue on Moglio Quest because I've done it so many times that I already know what happens. I don't need the refresher. I'm like, been there, done that, I know exactly what you're gonna do. And I don't care. Living is without nuts. Oh, I remember I did all these quests because I, like, couldn't figure out what quests I was missing to unlock Moogle. So I did, like, all these quests. I was like, why do so many of these feel so familiar? Because I did them, like, what, like a year ago or something? Year and a half ago I did these? Defeat bladed demigods. Okay. Kupo nut. I'm cuckoo. I'm cuckoo for Kupo nuts. Cuckoo for Kupo nuts. Run. Okay, we're running, we're running, we're running. I love my Yan. Whee! Sprint. 4. Okay. Okay, there's... Okay. 2, 3. Okay. And then there should be one more. The nut. I need to get that nut in my mouth, bro. Honestly though, like a low-key, I could never be Swallower, bro. I got the strongest fucking gag reflex. I couldn't do it, dude. I couldn't fucking do it. Maybe. Not that I care if they do. I don't really care if they hear me or not. I was like busy explaining my family situation to my coworker. Cause you know, like her English sometimes, like it's hard to explain. So I was like trying to explain to her about my mom. I was like, you know that feeling when like, she's like, well, do you not like your mom? I'm like, it's complicated. And so like I kind of had to use Google Translate to explain. I was like, you know, like when someone really hurt you in the past, and now even though like you've forgiven them, you may have forgiven someone in the past for hurting you, and you may not hold it against them anymore, but still, whenever you talk to them, you just feel this sense of tiredness. You know what I mean? Like talking to them just makes you feel tired because it just reminds you of that hurt, even though you're not mad at them anymore. You know what I mean? God, please reach Asa. Okay. That was a pain in the ass. Whee! Encouragement. Removals. My courage shall not falter again. I don't know. It's like, I don't know. I feel like I've let go and that I've made my peace for it. I don't resent my mother anymore, you know? But I also just, like, feel emotionally tired talking to her because it's like my heart remembers how, like, for a long time, for many years, every conversation with my mother would lead to me feeling really upset. Like, really, really upset. And now, even though, like, she's better now and I'm an adult and whatever, I just feel tired. As if, like, almost as if, like, my heart remembers. Rascal, oh boy. Don't try this at home, kids. Are those my nuts you're holding in your hand? Damn, brother. Yeah, I do got your nuts. Better hope I don't squeeze them. God. Oh, and he wants to give me food. To come back someday. Empty nests. Oh, fuck. I don't want to clear. Fucking clean these nests, bro. They're really high up, too. They're, like, really fucking high up. See what I mean? They're really high up, so it takes a while to fly the... Fuck. Ugh. Bro. Oh my god, so I'm doing this table today. And she's like, oh, can we get a separate bowl for him? And I'm like, okay. And she's like, yeah, he's sick. And I'm like, I don't say anything, but inwardly I'm like, if you're sick, why the fuck are you here? Why are you out here eating without a mask on? Like, hello? Hello? Like, I'm not chancing that shit. I'm gonna be seeing my grandma this weekend. She's 94. She's like 94. So, yeah. Like, I don't know, man. Like, I immediately get pissed off when people be, like, eating and coming to a restaurant and doing whatever without masks on. I'm like, girl. Girl. Also, where the hell are those last two nests? Does anyone see them? Does anyone see where these nests are? Oh, they're up here. Okay, great. I am so high up, bro. Ow. Who are you? Who are you? Okay. Bro. Ah! I'm cooked. Ow. Aye. Bro, that was wild. That was insane. Oh my god, dude, like, look at that. I fell all the way. And I'm still, like, whee! Oh, I can't jump from there. That would be crazy. I would be smashed like a bug. Bro, if I could never be the Warrior of Light, bro. Like, I would look over the side and I'm like, you telling me I'm supposed to ride my little anthropomorphic crab rangoon-shaped sheep from this angle at this height? I'd be pissing my pants, bro. I would be unironically pissing my pants. I would be freaking out. Ew. That's nasty. I'm not in the mood to eat any food after reading that. Yay, it's all cloudy and shit. Oh, that reminds me, I should check when the next Helicoprion windows are. What am I trying to do? Find the missing Googles. There's one. Moving Moogle. Moving Moogle. The hell? I've never heard that word before. Well, I've done this quest before, so clearly I have, but... I'm gonna Google what that means. Moving. Okay. Move violently, agitate, or excite. I mean, shit. It's got the word move in it. How creative. Call it a day. Me too, girl. Me too. I too am pooped. How did that even, like, originate? How did that even, like, how did that term even originate? Like, why? Is it because, like, you feel tired if you take a huge dump? Bro, there are... is not the... There are many simple joys in life, okay? But I think the greatest simple joy in life is eating a big meal and taking an even bigger shit afterwards, and then just taking a nap. That is, like, probably... Like, you know that our ancestors, way back when they were, like, cavemen and shit, they lived for that. That was, like, the highlight of their day. Eating their food, taking a huge crap, and then just sleeping in their cave. If I were a caveman, that would be the highlight of my day. Okay. But yeah, reiterating this again in case if anyone wasn't here for last stream. Maybe not the feeling. First of all, girls don't poop. Girls don't poop, okay? This is all theoretical. Y'all cannot tell me that you've never had a big meal or, like, your tummy was hurting a little bit or whatever, and then you just take a huge shit and you just feel so much better afterwards. You cannot tell me that that has never happened to you. No Country for Young Moogles. I just realized it was called No Country for Young Moogles. But yeah, like, I'm sorry, but that is such a simple pleasure in life that it just cannot be beat. Just the little things, man. At least, theoretically, from what I've heard. I don't know, because I wouldn't know personally since girls don't poop. But you know. Oh. What was I saying? Anyway. Such a terrible waste of plants. Need a snack. Yeah, it does. It does. Or at least I've heard that from male friends. Why are so many of these Moogle quests are just like pick up flower seeds or some shit? Like, bro, why can't you do it? To be fair, I think a good, like, 95% of quests in this game, side quests, are just, buddy, why can't you do it? Like, you literally could just have done this yourself, probably. But, you know, that's too much work. Wait, there's more than 3. It says pick 3 seedlings, but there's more than 3. That's interesting. Usually when it says pick whatever, or, like, pick up certain items, it usually gives you the exact number of items there and not a single one more, and you have to find all of them. But in that case, there were spares. That's interesting. Why do they all want gardens? Man, were y'all hearing about how Bloodborne is probably how FromSoft keeps declining Bloodborne remakes? Honestly, I would at least like a port or something. I feel like Bloodborne is so peak. Bloodborne is so peak. I really want a sequel someday, but that'll probably never happen. Slay dragonettes. Slay? Aren't they children? Dragonettes are children! I'm about to kill children. We can violate the Geneva Conventions, you know, as a treat. As a treat, you know, we can have a little violation of the Geneva Convention. Boom. Well, that was quick. Wild animals. What do you mean, wild animals? They're sentient and they speak, just like you. That's really rich coming from a Moogle. Disgusting beasts. That's so crazy coming from the Moogles. It's actually really funny. Hey, buddy. Oh, fuck. Okay, it must be here. Okay, that's one. Two. Okay. And then one more. One more. What are we doing? Oh, there it is. Okay. Okay. Talk to the Moogle, and then I'll probably leave these last couple quests up. Because I'm feeling very eepy. Well, not very eepy, but I'm feeling somewhat eepy. Well, okay, there's a quest right there. So I'll take that while I'm here. Explore in the ruins, popped out the eggs. A lot of eggs here. Bro, I just dealt with them. Man. If I had taken these two quests at the same time, I could have just double dipped. Damn, bro, now I gotta do the exact same fucking thing again. Well, anyway, I'll call it here. I was hoping to get to 2.5 hours, but I'm just really eepy. Plus, it's hard, to be honest, because the chair I stream on is just a wooden dining room chair. So, it is not comfortable whatsoever. I'm not in a comfy, like, lazy boy recliner gaming chair or whatever, or what have you. I'm in a hard wooden chair. So, it's not only cold as hell down here, but it's also very uncomfortable. Anyway. Yeah. So I'm gonna call it. It was fun, guys. I'll be back sometime next week. Over the weekend, I'll be at my grandma's. So that'll be like 4 days, maybe longer. I'll be logging into the game. I'll be on Final Fantasy XIV, so I'll be logging in for anyone who knows me from playing. I just won't be streaming. Yeah. Anyway, thank you guys so much for coming, and I'll see you guys sometime next week. Latanya.